It's a real sad shame. That right there is a very disturbing video right there I've seen. It's actually circulating around on my Facebook groups and a couple other probably a couple other social media groups too. So well, I know a lot probably in Brazil. That right there is showing a husband with assistance beating his wife. Okay, I'm not sure what they're beating her with a stick or with some type of I don't know. It looked like I know it hurts. I could tell. Okay, beating her like a slave. Now the circumstances is that she was sending pictures to her, to her side lover. Okay, and to me, I think that it isn't worth beating a woman. Call me a simp, call me whatever you want, but I don't beat women. I don't beat grown ass women. All right, I didn't even really beat my daughter because what I wanted to teach her is I wanted to show her that no man, starting with her father, should not put his hands on you in a violent manner. I dealt with her, I disciplined her a different way. And as far as I'm concerned, I came out okay. She ain't pregnant, okay? She ain't got 5011 babies all over the place and all that stuff from 5011 dudes, all right? I have a 21-year-old daughter who's in the Navy, and she's doing very well, traveling the world. What was also disturbing is I noticed when I posted this in my Facebook group and I also posted it on my own wall, I noticed that there was a lot of brothers who were cheering this, who was like, "Oh man, she got what she deserved, and this and that," and I'm like, for real? I'm like, this is what we come to, where we literally beat our women and act like barbarians. See, the thing about it is, I've always been a lover to a woman. All right, no matter if she's done me wrong or not. I want to clear some things up about the black man's option. About also clear some things up about Charles Tyler too as well. A lot of people kind of think that I'm on the side of hating black women, hating women in general to some degree. Guess what? I love women. I love black women. Okay, and I just want to make it clear. I don't stand on the side of crazy ass, fake ass brothers like TS. Okay, a lot of y'all know who TS is. I ain't going to bring his whole name up. His channel is just focused towards attacking black women all over the world. All right, my issues are with Afro-American women. I don't hate Afro-American women. Let's get that clear too as well. Because hate only breeds more hate. Hate only fogs understanding. Okay? I'm about making African American women understand why they're losing their men. Okay? Why they lost men like me. Okay? I'm all about understanding and not hate. Hate only breeds more hate. Hate makes you bitter. And when you're bitter as a black man, you bring on more stress. You bring on more stress. You bring on more sickness. You bring on more sickness. Guess what? You're dead. Very soon. Now, as you see here in these pictures here, as I mentioned before in my last video, right? it shows pictures of brothers who are happy, brothers who have made the move abroad with black women abroad. See, a lot of brothers sit up here and think that their options are so limited. That's why the black man's option was created. To show brothers you can go elsewhere. And if you don't like Afro-American women here in the United States, you can come to countries like Brazil, which is the largest population of Afrocentric women, okay, in the Americas and the world outside of Africa. Okay. You know, it's no more than a 5,000-mile plane ride away. Okay. There's a lot of brothers who've made that move and went down there and they're happy. They found a good woman. Okay. And when I say black women, I mean all types of black women, including Hispanic women. I conclude, to me, Hispanic women are black. All right. And then, like I said, of course, our Afro-Brazilian women. You know. Now, the thing about that, I don't condone, I do not condone violence on women. All right. I don't care if that chick was caught sleeping in bed with a man. You know, my thing is like this. When you like I said, when you go to countries like Brazil, there's so many women. If one fuck up, kick her out. Here comes another one. Why put up with the stress? Why beat on a woman? Why get yourself arrested? What I don't understand is why was a lot of brothers sitting up here and saying, good for she deserved it. No, I even seen a text where it said no mercy to women like to women. And I was like, huh? And I was like, where's all this bitterness coming from? I love women. Okay? As you can see, I got a lot of women to love. Okay? All right, especially in Brazil. Okay? My issues with African American women, like I said, I choose not to date them. So why even talk about it? I choose not to date them. I come to a country where I'm treated like a king, and the women, outnumber the men 20-1, especially a man like me. So I love black women only. Okay? And like I said, black women abroad. Okay? My daughter's black, my mother's black, and my sisters are black. All right? So I'll be self-hating if I hate black women. Okay? T.S. Seymour, you know what I mean. All right? He's a self-hater. I don't even know why people even brothers continue to even look at his channel, because he's a self-hater. He's not telling brothers the black man's option. He's not telling brothers you can go find another black woman in Brazil or in Colombia, okay, or other high populated black countries. Okay? He's not telling you that. He's saying, just look at my videos and see women doing shit in the projects. See, this is the reason why you shouldn't deal with black women. No. Like I said, in these pictures, they just show brothers, including myself, who found the black man's option, who've gone down to Brazil, okay, in my case, and gotten with beautiful black women, and they're happy. Isn't this what this is all about? Being happy? Just taking it in and just being satisfied with a good woman. The one funny part about going to Brazil is there's so many women down there, so many beautiful women down there, inside and out, that the question is, do you really want to be single? Okay, that was my problem. I've seen so many beautiful women, I dealt with so many beautiful women that I was like, do I really want to be with just one woman? Because getting the women is no problem. Picking the women is the problem. Okay, because there's so many beautiful women out there. And the thing about it is, when you get to a point where you travel and you get outside Matrix USA, and you start seeing the world is more than making the Matrix USA, and you start dealing with black women of other cultures and everything like that, what's going on in the US starts to become pretty small. You don't even, I mean, I no longer show anger towards African American women. If anything, I show more pity, because they still think that the feminist movement is going to always protect them when it's destroying them. The feminist, femininity, all that stuff has destroyed the African American family. Okay. And the only thing I'm putting out now, it's no turning back. The ship is sinking. It's not going to get any better. Making videos all day about femininity and how much you hate African American women and everything like that, it's not going to change things. It's just going to get worse. So why talk about it? Why don't you be about it? Get your passport, get your visa, and come on down here to Brazil. Okay? Come on down as much as you can. I know brothers who are coming down who are part-timers, such as myself. Come down there 5 or 6 times a year. Or come down there 2 good long times. Okay, based on the time of their visa. And then, like I said, I also know brothers who have made the big jump and moved down there. Okay? And they're happy. Okay? They're not up here beating on their women. Brazilian women, that right there just shows why a lot of Brazilian women love foreign men, such as Americans, Afro Americans in general, good Afro American men. Because Afro American men will not beat on them. At least I hope they won't. All right? If I came in and I found my Afro American woman with another man, or sending texts to another, naked pictures to another man or something like that, okay, you're fired. Do it Donald Trump style. You're fired. Or do it Vince McMahon style. You're fired. Okay? And get yourself another woman. There's so many of them. I'm not going to sit up here and pull out a switch or pull out a belt and beat a woman like a child. Run a risk of getting my passport canceled or my visa canceled and kicked out the country over silliness. Come on, man. There's too many women. There's too many women to do that. See, that's the thing. When you reach a point to where the women are more abundant than the men, all right, you got control. All right, and if she goes and cheats on you, she's on shaky ground. Fire her ass, keep it moving, go get yourself another woman. Okay? That's that Matrix stuff. You gotta beat your woman because she cheat on you. Come on now. We better than that. We better than that. Hate brings more hate. Okay? Like I said, I'm a gentle giant. Okay? 6'5" guy who doesn't see myself hitting on women. I'm not programmed for that. My grandfather was a perfect example of that. My grandmother was probably one of the most high strong women you could ever meet. I'm talking about, she had me scared. She had my father scared because my father's mother, you know, and she had everybody shaking in her boots when she gets mad. When she gets mad, everybody runs for the hills. Oh, baby sis, she's gonna explode. You better make a run for it. All right. There was only one man who was like my hero, who can handle my grandmother with ease, and that was my grandfather. Okay. When my grandmother's erupting, about ready to explode, cuss everybody out, my grandfather comes in and says, "Baby sis, shut up. I don't hear that shit." Just one high pitched voice and brings it down. And she shuts up. I used to look at him like, how did you do that? You know, and she shuts up and walks into the other room, walks right out it. My grandpa told me, he said simply this: I never put my hands on your grandmother. I never treated her wrong. I never physically violated her or anything like that, beat her or anything like that. You know how I control your grandmother? I control her with love. All right? You know, it's just that simple. I'm like, what do you mean? You know, I'm a young guy, you know. He's like, your grandmother's not stupid. Women are not stupid. You know, everything in here I bought for her. This house, those cars, all that stuff. You know, and she knows that no other man can love her and treat her like I can. So I can say what I want to her and she'll shut the hell up. Okay. Later on, I never could understand it, but my grandmother was one of those old school women who did not ruin anything bad just because she's mad. You know, here in America, where today's African American women do damaging things, you know, because they're angry. You know, you know, oh, I'm mad. I said it because I was angry. You know, I got you locked up because I was mad. You know, she wasn't from that era, and he wasn't from that era. You know, and like I said, you know, these things have changed. The times have changed. All right, but then again, some things stay the same. My thing is like this: my woman cheats on me, she wasn't meant for me to be with her. She wasn't meant for me. She's out here sending naked pictures to other dudes. She wasn't meant for me. You know, she wasn't meant for me. So I move on. And like I said, I found a black man's option. I'm in Brazil. Moving on is pretty easy. Down in Brazil, you know, black women are like being at a bus stop. You miss the first bus, 10 minutes later, another bus will be along in no time. All right? You fuck up with the first chick, she cheat on you, whatever, you know, the next one might be better. You know, goes back to the old saying, you know, rejection is God's greatest protection. So, like I said, sitting up here and beating on a woman, sitting up here making blog talk radios about how much you hate black women and all this other stuff. And, you know, I even had I was on a show once, a guy asked me, you know, why do I have black women in my group? And trying to chastise me on why I have black women in my group, you know, just because he has issues and he's a bitter person with his own thing. Well, my thing is this, you know, I have black women in my group because I'm trying to teach them something. I'm trying to show them why good brothers are leaving you. Why your single 70% single rate ratio is going to go even higher very soon. All right. Why you the most likely demographic out of all the other demographics and races of being single. And I'm trying to show you. And I know that the femininity, you know, chains that they have on their brain, a lot of them won't take it. But then there are some that will. There are some women in my group, Afro-American women, may I add, in my group, who have seen what's going on. And they see, wait a minute, you know, oh my God, this is the reason why they're leaving. And they do got something better than us. We better get our shit together up here. Because it's a sad shame that good black African American men such as myself have to travel to another continent to get what we want. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Doesn't make you a simp, doesn't make you less than a man, and it doesn't make you a weakling, a weak ass nigga up here who can't get no American women. See, that's usually the bullshit that you'll hear on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, whatever. I've heard it a million times. It makes you a smart man because you can't continue to beat on dead horses. Okay? That's the one thing you can't do. That's stupid when you continue to try to work something out with something that hasn't been working. Okay? With African American women. So you change your ballpark. You come to other countries like Brazil. Since I've been down, coming back and forth down here for last 5 years, all right, every time it's like I feel upgraded. And when you come back to the United States, you're going to feel upgraded. I just don't see myself with African American women after this upgrading. But guess what? I'm not going to hate them. I'm just going to show them. Look, brothers are coming down there to Brazil, right? And they're being upgraded. Their taste has been upgraded. They're getting with women that look like women, okay? And they don't even want to be bothered with you anymore, like me. I'm not going to sit up here and hate on you. I'm just not going to be bothered with you. You're not even worth my time anymore. Okay? It's a liberating feeling too. All right? But I want African American women to know the black man option exists. And their men are leaving. That's why I let these women in my group. That maybe somehow they'll get their act together and they'll possibly get their shit together and maybe work something out. Get rid of femininity and bringing time back. I know it's going to be a very small chance, but a little bit. If I can change just one African American woman in the right direction, then I say I did something. And there are a few on there that do it. Also, there's also a lot of Brazilian women that are in that group. Afro-American men versus Afro-Brazilian women. Would you date? The link will be in the description box at the bottom of this video. But join today, by the way. Very good group. All right. But also there are Brazilian women in the group. All right. There was a story once, right? Brother told me he met his new girlfriend down there, and they really doing well. He met her in my group, and it's because there was a guy coming on there saying negative stuff about Afro-American women. All right. I mean real negative stuff. Now I say negative stuff too, but not to the highest degree of this. All right. I'm more along when I say something about African American women is true. I'm not going to sit up here and talk about them all day. This brother was up there just literally going off. And the brother stepped in and he said, look, man, at the end of the day, she's still a woman. You know, you don't want to be with her, move on. We ain't here to be talking about how bad Afro-American women are. We talk about how can we hook up with these Brazilian sisters and everything like that. And I guess that caught that comment caught the eye of a Brazilian girl down there, and she inboxed the guy, and they conversated, and next thing you know, they're together. You know, I think they might even get married sometime this year. Okay, but like I said, when you waste time talking about African American women all day, you can be blowing time with these Brazilian girls. These Brazilian women are in the background and they're looking and they're watching. They're trying to see what we got to say. All right. If he's negative towards his own women back in his own country, well, how would he be towards me? That's the way they're thinking. So, brothers, you got to be careful about what you say. You got to be careful about even who you associate with. Like I said, there's a lot of groups, a lot of blog talk radios going on now, and they're talking about just straight up hate. All right. Hate and bitterness. And, this right here is something that I feel as if I've gone past that level. You may have seen videos in the past where I've rant, rave, and everything like that. But since I've been coming down here the last 5 years, I mellowed out a little bit. Because I'm past that level now. And I'm trying to get my brothers to pass it. That's why I throw the rope back over the wall. That's why the black man's option exists. All right? Remember, brothers, hate breeds more hate. Okay? Beating on your women, that's not the way good brothers are. That's thugs. That's men that are less than men who beat on their women. As you saw in that video right there, he was not only beating on his woman, but his buddy was beating on the woman. Okay? So you got another man helping you beat your wife. That's crazy. And some dudes were agreeing with that. Okay? It's bad enough you beating on her, but you got another dude beating on her. Okay? That's crazy. I don't care what she did. All right? Just simply walk away. Find me another woman. There's plenty of them down there too. Okay? And brothers got to go and they got to pick up their pride and they got to walk away. There's so many other women out here, especially in Brazil. Way too many fish in the sea. You know. And like I said, I got the Brazilian virus. I ain't talking about Ezekiel. All right, that bullshit. All right. I got the Brazilian bug. And, I don't worry about the bullshit from Afro-American women. So I don't hate them either. All right. And I'm asking y'all brothers to try to be open-minded and maybe do the same. All right. Keep your mind open. All right. And your heart will follow. Get your passports and your visas and come find out what the black man's option is all about. This is Charles Tyler over at the Charles Tyler Show. Black man's option, always riding. I'm going to check y'all brothers later. Peace out. Oh, P.S. Tune in every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern for the Black Man's Option Blog Talk Radio Show. I'm going to put the link at the subscription box too as well at the bottom. Brothers, peace out. This is Charles Tyler Show. Peace.